What is up, my character design compadres? It's gonna be a thing. It might be a thing. Maybe.
It's not going to happen.
So last week we finished some expressions for our main characters, Boss, the disgusting slug guy. And also in last week's episode, I teased you guys a little bit with what will be coming this time, and that is the main love interest for our main character. And let me tell you guys, this was a process. Character design is hard. There's just no way around it. Some characters you design will come very quickly, very easily, and other characters can take forever. And this was one of those times. I erased and started over and erased and started over so many times, tried so many different things, and you guys will see some of that footage right now. So I started with some basic shapes. One of my main goals for this character was I wanted her to be a goat, or at least have like goat features. I just felt that would be an interesting shape language to play with in the universe of these characters. Considering they're aliens anyway, you can pretty much do anything you want, right? And I went through several designs, like trying things that were a little more cutesy, things that were a little more on the rough side, and I was just having a lot of trouble with this. And one of the main reasons why I was having trouble with this was because when you have a main character designed already, all of the characters that follow that need to fit within that main character's design language. So you've created a set of rules when you made that first main character, right? So that means you need to fit within that criteria for all of the other characters that you design thereon. Playing with the horns was a really big part of this. I really enjoyed playing with the horns. It's a fun way to manipulate shapes and silhouettes, and it's very distinctive.
Don't mess with the bull, young man. You'll get the horns.
Even though a lot of these characters didn't work, I feel that it was a matter of style matching more so. Like, some of these characters I like some of them seem like interesting characters who I would like to keep drawing, but they don't fit within the style of the show or the style of the main character that I have created. And that really is where the challenge comes in. And also in personality for these characters, because I wanted her to be almost an opposites attract situation for our main character. Our main character, his main features are he is very crabby and cynical, so I wanted this character to be pretty much the opposite of him. I wanted her to be very peppy, very happy, very innocent. So that's really the goal that I was aiming for this character, and some of these trials didn't really match up to that either, so it's really a process. And this is one of those situations that when you are in doubt, just trust the process.
When in doubt, C4.
So if you're drawing a character, it's not working, and not coming out, nothing's happening, instead of getting frustrated and getting angry at yourself thinking that you're crappy, you're probably not. It's probably just the character hasn't come out yet. Animators like Glenn Keane will talk about this a lot in terms of character design. It's like the character exists somewhere in the universe or wherever you want to say it is, and it's our job to like pull them out. It's like they exist already and you're pulling them out of like this other universe. And I really like that philosophy, or I really like that way of looking at it. I try to mix a lot of different elements that made her look a little more nerdy or a little more innocent, really trying to pull up that character, really trying to pull up those character traits that I was mentioning earlier. Some of these designs came off looking a little too young, more so than I wanted. I wanted her to be around, like 16, 17, but some of these designs were looking a little more in like the 13 to 14 range, and that didn't really fit with the design of the main character very much. Another way to keep the design really consistent is to always have reference of your characters next to what you're currently designing. And that was something that I pretty much learned through this process, because I started out my journey in designing this character without any reference of my main character, which is really dumb. I don't know why I did it. But I learned about halfway through, about 30 drawings in or so. And it really helped a lot. It pretty much turned the whole thing around. I was feeling really, really bad about it. Sometimes you can't help it. I was feeling kind of bad about it, and bringing the main character in and really having that reference turn it around. And I got it done way faster, and I feel like I could have cut my design time in half if I would have just done this one simple trick. So that's a good thing to remember as well. And now we're getting into our final design, actually. Like I said, having the main character next to this character I'm currently designing really helped a lot. I simplified the shapes down a lot more and into a more obvious singular shape. And I feel like that really communicated with the design language of this show. Also, talking and reaching out to other artists and other just people in your life really helps a lot. Because even though this character that I'm showing you right now currently is starting to look a little bit better, something was still off about it to me. And I talked to my friend Dwayne on Facebook, and you can see the comments right here. He really helped me a lot. He's another artist. He's a great character designer. You should check out his stuff. I'll leave a couple links to like his portfolio down below. But reaching out always helps. Getting opinions from other artists, getting opinions from even just passersby for the fresh eyes really helps. Everybody will see something different. Not everybody will see the same thing in your artwork. You've been staring at your art all day or however long you've been working on it, but having somebody who has not seen it yet looking at it for the first time, you'll really get a great genuine reaction. And one of the comments that my friend Dwayne mentioned to me was the shapes were more organic in the main character, a lot more round and smooth, and I didn't communicate that in the designed character who was next to him for the love interest character. And I couldn't agree more, and it's something that I didn't even notice until he pointed it out, and it seems so obvious when it's pointed out to you, but you don't realize it.
You big dummy!
So that completely turned this drawing around for me, because I still wasn't liking it very much, but that completely turned it around. And after that, it was pretty much a breeze. I made the shapes more organic, did some clean lines, and slapped some color in there. And without further ado, here's our love interest character. So guys, I really hope you like it. And if you do, maybe leave a comment in the section below. I'm still looking for names for all three characters now. I'll leave a picture of all three of them right here. And if you can think of any names for them, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. And if you have any feedback for me, I would love to hear that as well. And if you enjoyed what you saw, I would love it if you subscribed, maybe. But anyway, guys, that's it for me this week. I will see you next week, where we will be experimenting with some expressions and poses for this character. And maybe some interaction poses. We'll see. I have some experiments for that coming up in the future as well, so we'll see that. Anyway, guys, have a good one. Peace.